Hello, what we have today is M193. We're going to be doing a gel block test at 100 yards here. M193 was designed around a 20-inch barrel. More often than not, people today will opt for the 16-inch barrel. That is what you most commonly see on your shelves. 20-inch barrel is going to give you more performance. You got 4 inches more of barrel length, squeeze out that extra tad of velocity. But we're going to go see, I'll post the chronograph figures here. See, these are hand loads within spec of M193, as what you get off at the shelves isn't always guaranteed to be a M193. I'll go post some pictures up right about now here about what the spec of M193 is. Only key differences to really pinpoint out is our 20-inch barrels 1 and 9, or 16 is 1 and 8. Other than that, these are 55 grain full metal jacket bow tails. So, bottom track is from our 16-inch barrel, top track is from our 20-inch barrel, and as what we see is up to 4 3/4 inches in, it's a straight pencil line. Round that 4 3/4, 5-inch mark, our 55 grain full metal jacket bow tail projectile started to yaw, and at 6 inches decided it wanted to completely go foobar on itself. That big old bad boy ended up leaving the gel block, but that just ripped right open. Follows up, we lost it at around 10 inches in the block, fortunately, but that thing is just peeled. Take your finger right through. It decided to perform. Now M193 should form. It yaws, starts off to fragment, and you get this big destructive bubble. 20-inch barrel fell on top of the block, unfortunately. So what we're looking at up here, we're looking at our 20, and this is on the top of the block. So it fell in, we ended up losing out like 3.5 inches. Oh well, we still see the majority of our damage. Difference, that added velocity in that 20, around 3.5 inches into our block is whenever we begin to yaw. And 4, it's showing up at 4. That follows out until we lost it around the 7 1/4, 7.5 inch mark. That is what we did. I'm gonna have to pick this up, actually. That is what our little exit wound from our 20 did. That is completely sideways, yawed off. So it did have a shallow entrance. Oops. So we had a shallow entrance with our 20, but got an explosive bubble right there before it decided. I am impressed with what our 16 could do. Peaks at around 1 3/8 inches. So 16 inch at 100 yards still does give you that pop. It's just a little bit more delayed than what you get out of that 20 inch. Total length, our 16-inch track of yaw before we lost it was 5.5 inches, and our 20-incher was way more explosive, and we appear to lose it earlier as we track it for 5 inches. As long as it is true, M193, do go chronograph it. 16 inches is not a limiting performance factor at 100 yards. 20 inch still gives you a more explosive and assumably reliable yaw and fragmentation, but the 4-inch loss by the 16-inch barrel did not seem to affect our destruction inside of the gelatin all that much, beyond just delaying when our yawing occurred. Hope you learned something new. Thank you guys for watching.